I'm here in Washington, D.C., a city emblematic of the values that we hold our country to, a place where debate is encouraged, where discourse is not shied away from, and where we discuss the topics that divide our country.
With the divisive election that happened last year, people flocked to the city to have their voices heard.
Of these issues, one of the most divisive is immigration. The border crisis has been around almost as long as the country has.
But it became a forefront issue in both of the campaigns last year.
With so many different opinions on the topic, what is the correct way to confront this problem?
I'm here at a local university where that question still exists and is still debated. In the last 30 years, we've seen an exponential growth in the amount of undocumented immigration. With a peak of over 12.2 million undocumented immigrants, it has left the country wondering and needing an answer to the national border crisis.
This question was very relevant in the 2024 presidential election and still is today. Looking back, Democratic presidential nominee Kamala Harris advocated for the 2023 Secure the Border Act.
That the United States Congress came up with a border security bill, which I supported.
This act would ensure the border would be secure through providing a lot of resources for strengthening not only the border wall, but also giving technology for detection. As for President Trump, he takes a more aggressive stance on these issues. He's repeatedly supported a mass deportation effort.
We will begin the largest deportation operation in the history of our country,
as well as increasing penalties for overstayed visas and voter infractions.
Immigration helps the economy and should be encouraged. Immigration creates jobs, improves productivity, and produces a higher tax revenue. Immigration needs to be regulated. Undocumented immigration can lead to less tax revenue and less people working. However, it is important to realize the humanitarian effort in this. The majority of undocumented immigrants are not here maliciously, but rather here to get better opportunities or running from something. It is important to realize the benefits of undocumented immigrants, such as in Las Vegas, where 8.6% of the job force are undocumented. We need to strengthen the border, but in a way to discourage undocumented immigrations and encourage lawful immigrations.
We can strengthen the border in two ways. The first would be through funding. This funding would not only be for the actual infrastructure of the building, but also for the technology. Two being staffing. This staffing wouldn't just be for the border to keep people out, it would also be for the immigration systems to help encourage people to come in. We have over 600,000 people coming into the country every year, and there are only 21,000 employees that help regulate this. If we can increase that staffing, this could help us solve our problem. I also believe that there should be a series of regulations that would make it so that asylum is available for its original purpose, which is to provide humanitarian aid. This would allow us to encourage immigration and make a better United States.
With so many differing opinions on this, it is important to do your own research. But within the divided times, it's important to have discussions with opposing views. Our founding fathers created democracy so that we are encouraged to have debates and discussions, not to further divide us, but to help the nation prosper.